What's a decently paying job that require no degree and almost no human interaction? Story 1. Water supply operator. I currently work at a plant that runs 2 shifts per day, 1 operator per shift. I only talk to the other guy for maybe 20 minutes a day during shift change. It's a high school diploma or equivalent to start, can apply for licensure after a year, and then step up all the way to Class 3 after 5 years. I make good money for my area, and the pay is decent in other areas hiring for my level and higher cost of living areas. I really enjoy it. Nice and quiet since the treatment plant itself is nestled back and behind a couple farms. Nice forested area, nobody but me and some cows. 8-hour shifts alone, just have to start and stop pumps, fill this, drain that, run a few tests on the water and log it. In a 8-hour shift it's about 4 hours work, 4 hours downtime. Lot of reading, watching movies, playing on my Switch, listening to the radio and podcasts. I really enjoy it. Story 2. If you aren't learning from school, you will probably need to find people to teach you something worth knowing if you want a job. I don't know of any job that completely isolates you from other people. You can lessen it by focusing on equipment rather than people, but you'll still have a supervisor, coworkers, other departments, etc. You can start your own business, but you will probably have to sell something, and you can't sell things without talking to people. You might be able to set it up in a way where interactions are over the internet, but there is still a person behind that screen, you know. Park rangers, depending on the duty assignment, can be pretty isolated. Truck drivers, pretty much any nighttime work. Story 3. I have somewhat made it no human interaction, but I work in a manufacturing plant. The only human interaction I tend to have is with the 1 or 2 people I might actually want to talk to. Make over $40/hour with swing shift differential and have better benefits than most. Pay still increasing as well. 10% 401k contribution by employer, not a match, so I get 10% every week. Free top-tier health insurance with $0 copay for me and my family. Wife had a baby recently and the bill was $0. 2 paid weeks off from Christmas Eve to past New Year's Day. Profit sharing bonus every year. Around 10k before tax usually. Dental equals 1/800/year. Vision equals fine, for 10-hour day work week. Guaranteed 40 hours if you work. Run out of parts and get sent home after 4 hours? Still getting paid 10 hours. Huge variety of jobs. I'm a crane operator. Guy next to me puts on motor mounts. Wanna drive a forklift? There's a job for that. Be paid to become a tradesman like electrician, etc.? Come on. Story 4. Literally anything in IT. I'm 36 and have been working in IT since I was 18, so I'm speaking from experience here. IT departments / managers / etc. Don't give a flying fuck if you have a degree or what it is if you do have one. Here's what they do care about. Do you have relevant IT certifications? Can you do the work? Are you knowledgeable in it? Can you back up your knowledge? Are you a friendly and seemingly easy person to work with / get along with? If so, then BM. You have a new job. I have no degree. I have a ton of very difficult and expensive IT certifications now, but when I first started out, I had just a few basic ones and one semi-advanced one, CCNA. SEC, net. I never had issues finding jobs. I'm now making 200k year, and over the course of that time I've accumulated quite a few IT certifications, all company paid for, of course, and I help with interviewing potential candidates for my department. I look for 3 things. Can they back up what they have on their resume? Most people embellish their resume, but if they can back it up with knowledge and answer my questions, then IDGF. Are they arrogant or possible? Know-it-alls. Basically overqualified. Are they likable and seem like they'd be easy to work with / get along with? Story 5. I did electron microscopy in undergrad. They preferred an associate's degree, but they were willing to take anyone who was computer literate and had some spatial awareness. 12-hour shifts, sit at a computer, cut computer chips apart, and take pictures. I made $78,000 a year in 2018, and that number has gone up significantly since then. Regarding social interaction, you could talk to people if you wanted, but after I asked for a shift change to align my schedule with my schoolwork, I found myself on a backup microscope in a new building, separate from everyone else on the shift. They hadn't finished putting in a bunch of the equipment yet, so it was a totally empty room the size of a Walmart except for me and my microscope in a corner. I'd go for weeks without talking to anyone, which was how I liked it. Story 6: Transcriptionist? But AI can now do automatic speech recognition extremely well, and getting even better. Coder? Coders are like the assembly workers of the 1940s. Then came automation, what today we call AI. So you need a degree to get ahead of the pack. Programmers will still be needed, but not coders. Truck driver? Again, AI, autonomous vehicles AV, are in full swing, being tested on buses, semi-trucks, shuttles, pickups and vans, with some states already allowing AV vehicles. I'm not sure what jobs could meet your requirements. Wait, government jobs. Maintenance, postal service, logistics, data entry, admin support, security, etc. Sorry, that's all I got. Story 7. As someone who's been in the industry as a BSA/PM for nearly a decade, hard disagree. Good programmers have good soft skills. Understanding business cases and being able to collaborate are incredibly valuable in the industry. You can probably land a few jobs as a hired hand, on keyboard, but it will likely run out or be incredibly inconsistent. Plenty of companies are also pivoting towards preferring dev analyst hybrids onshore and any pure dev to be offshore contract. Story 8. My buddy also used to be a cell phone tower guy. He made loads of dough, but it was pretty high risk. Me personally, I want to eventually end up with a lathe and a milling machine at some point and make speed parts for cars. Maybe upgrade to a CNC when the money is right. Car guys love speed parts and spending dough on them.